Hey folks, I'm Melhorn. Have you ever wondered what goes on behind the scenes in getting ready for and fishing in a catfish tournament? Well, if so, you're going to want to watch this video because my son Grayson and I are going to fish a catfish tournament together.
Well, I haven't fished a tournament in a really long time. The last tournament I fished was my dad's tournament, which was at nighttime on Lake Wiley. And of course, I fell asleep. And so I was really pumped to do this one.
There you go, folks. The pre-tournament pork chops ready to be grilled. Alright, so after asking Grayson 2 or 3 times, do you want to fish? I believed he really wanted to fish. So I got everything loaded up. We're good to go. We're going to go out there tomorrow, give it our best, see what we can do to put some fish in the boat. What's up, baby? Grayson is suited up for the cold.
Yep.
And I'm semi-suited up for the cold. It's chilly, not horrible, but it's cold. Now this tournament was on Fishing Creek Reservoir. And if you talk to the anglers, some of them will tell you, okay, who am I kidding? Every one of them will tell you they hate fishing on this lake. It's a very tough reservoir to fish. It's very undefined. There's not a lot of structure in it. It's just a tough place to fish. Alright, so pretty much our game plan is to hole hop. We're going to pop into some places, put some baits out, give it 30, 45 minutes, and then pick up and move. All the fish I've been catching lately, I've caught them pretty quick after setting up. So that's our plan. We're just going to hole up, have some fun, catch some fish, and just goof off with the kid all day. Well, we got to the first place. We got anchored up. Water was flowing. It was a perfect setup. Grayson's hooked up on fish number 1. Not a big one. All right, walk back to the center of the boat. Better. Go. In the net, fish number 1. I know y'all are used to seeing me bogo grip them, but on tournament day, I net everything. And would you believe, within the first 15 minutes, we had a huge fish on the line. Went over with a good blue bite on that one. So ease up on him. How's that drag? Oh yeah, drag's good. Ease up and take line back. There you go. Ease up.
I'm letting him take it.
Keep his head up though. We want to be safe, but we don't want to nurse him too much. You don't want him getting to an anchor. You don't want that head going the other way. That's the big thing. There you go. Bring him up. Bring him. There you go. Yeah. Big things I don't want him to get. There you go. He's straight under the boat. Let's ease him up now. Come on. There you go. Bring him up. Bring him. There you go. Get some line back. Ease him up. Ease him up. Grayson's being very careful, I can tell. I can tell by the way he's fishing this fish. He is really nursing. All right, ease, bring him up. Come on, get some line, get some line. There you go, get line now. He acted like he was tuckered just then.
Oh dang, that's right.
There you go. Bring him up. There you go, come on, come on. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, that's big. Oh, that's big. He's big. Oh my God, he's big. Oh my God.
How much do you think he weighs?
He's at least 10 pounds.
What?
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's big. That's big. Real quick, Heavenly Father, thank you for that fish. Amen.
Amen.
It's up in the 30s. Good fish. Well, as you can see, we were pretty excited to get that fish in the boat and in the live well. We didn't take a lot of time to get a lot of pictures with it. We wanted to get the hook out, get it into our live well so that it was well oxygenated and in good shape, because we still had 7 hours of fishing at this point, and that fish was going to have to sit in that live well, and we wanted it to be nice and comfy.
That fish was humongous. I'm not gonna say it out loud because we're in a fishing tournament. Everybody's gonna come to the spot. They're gonna try to catch big fish, so I'm not gonna say it out loud. It was a pretty good fish, about 38 pounds. So it'll lose a few pounds by the end of the tournament, but at least we'll stay in the 30s.
Sadly, I don't remember which bait it was on. I've got perch and shad out, and I don't remember which one it took. It's a good typical big blue fold over. It was one of those where rod moves and then just boom goes over and starts taking line. So we made a run down the river sticking to the plan, went onto a shallow shoal area that I fished before and caught fish on, got up there in about 2.5, 3 feet of water, got anchored up. Well, we fished several areas on this shallow shoal, hopping around, trying to see if we could pick off some fish. When we rolled up into here, it was around 2.8 to 3 feet deep. It's pretty shallow, but there's fish in there at the right time. But something happened and we didn't realize it was happening, and it explains why we did not catch any fish. When we went to leave, the water was about a foot deep. In the course of 3 hours, they had dropped the lake that much. Turns out they had the floodgates open and were dumping water into the reservoir below us. That feeds the river system where stripers come to spawn. So we didn't realize that was happening. It explains why we didn't catch anything up shallow. Those fish had packed up and left. So we made a last ditch effort to do a little drifting to see if we could upgrade the fish that we had. Last half hour of the tournament, wind's on and off. It blows, it stops, it blows, it stops. We're making a big long drag. We ran our game plan. We tried stuff up in the river, got some fish, tried some stuff shallow. That didn't really pay off, so we're just making one last. We had about an hour left. Making one last long drag down through here, see if we can get one more fish before we go to the scales. Barely alive. Got it. Good job.
You all right, brother?
Yeah. Next team up, Team Catfish with a K. Big fish, David. David. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Sadly, the show's over after that.
That might be a new big fish later. 33.93, big fish.
Well, in the end, that fish was big enough to take home big fish of the tournament by almost 10 pounds. And Grayson got to put a little money in his pocket, which changed his attitude on sitting out on a boat for 8 hours fishing. We had a great father-son time, and he held up pretty good in spite of the cold and the wind that we had to deal with. If you folks like this video, please hit subscribe and also hit that little bell. That way you'll be notified when any new videos come out. We look forward to seeing you on the water.